defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Now he'll escape to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 2nd and 14. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars 7, Bengals 0. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to ETN. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is fielded inside the 5. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Shotgun now for Lance. This goes out wide for Mixon. Gets past one man, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. Here's Lance to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And some room to maneuver. He juked him. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. 7-7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Lance. Being chased out left. Touchdown Bengals. Mixon from 6 yards away. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they fall.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
At the 31-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36, 36.
On second and very short, Lance forced out to his left. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bengals' 25-yard line.
A handoff for Etienne. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Etienne with it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Lawrence rolling to his right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bengals 14. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On play action, Lance. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyrell Williams, 55 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Slant to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right in.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Lance now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Here's Lance.
He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who's going to stop him.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Jaguars 28. Josh Lambo to kick off for
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lance now on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengals TD. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. Nick could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Looking deep for Adams. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This is Butler making the catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Again, it's Lance. flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lance now on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Butler. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Lance again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown, Bengals! T. Higgins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 22, Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Gary Conley. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap, and this time the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play, and even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's picking.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
63. Jaguars 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
A final shot now from Lawrence.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On play action, Lance.
Throw left side to Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about